Radio presents E3 coverage. Hosts Danny Pena, Paris Lilly, and Peter Toledo are direct from the convention center floor.
E3 2019, we're back here live from LA. We just finished watching the Nintendo Direct. Pete, your thoughts of, first of all, we got to go with the first game that I still trying to figure this out. Like, how in the world this happened? CD Projekt Red, The Witcher 3. I think by far our favorite game of this generation, available for the Nintendo Switch later this year. How they pulled it off.
I think the term is witchcraft or sorcery. I have no idea how the folks at Nintendo and CD Projekt Red were able to pull this off. I'm still, although it's been announced, right? 2019 release. I'm still partially skeptical with regards to how it's going to look. The feel, I'm not, it's going to be the same game, but I'm curious as to how it's going to look. Because going from the PC and even the console iterations, right? Mm-hmm. Now you're compressing it down to this small little screen. How is it going to perform?
Yeah, I bet even Digital Foundry they're gonna dig.
They even said it.
Deep,
they even said it on their breakdown of we don't see how it's possible for them to do it.
It looked like they pulled it off though,
but it's done.
Yeah.
So now it's time to go down and hopefully we'll see it on the show floor. I think we're there Thursday at the Nintendo booth.
Yeah, Thursday, and I'm gonna also contact CD Projekt Red to see if they have it maybe in a meeting room or something too, like. Because I'm dying to see how in the world this looks like and plays. Because, dude, that's a big file size, man. So I'm wondering how big it is for the Nintendo Switch. Because this is the complete edition, so it's everything that came out.
Blood and Wine and the other. How?
I don't know.
How are they going to fit it on that cart first and foremost?
Yep.
Or are they going to give you the cart, for the main game, and then a separate cart for Blood and Wine and another one for the other DLC. But hey, like as
props.
Yeah, big kudos to them for being able to pull this off.
Mm-hmm. Now, the game that you saw me, I went crazy because again, I don't know what it is. Like this has been like a dream come true for me. Like for the past 3 days, Pete, all my favorite Sega games coming out. Shenmue 3 is coming out. Phantasy Star Online 2 is coming out. Now Panzer Dragoon for the Nintendo Switch. Dude, like I feel like a kid again, man. It's a good time to be a gamer for me. Like even Tony Polanco, shout out to him. He's like, that's his favorite game. He's wilding out, going crazy on Twitter, saying, oh my God, Panzer Dragoon. He played that game originally for the Sega Saturn back in the days. This is before Sega Dreamcast. So I'm super happy that they're gonna bring it back. The game was announced today during Nintendo Direct. The only thing that I'm missing right now, that I think it will be like the ultimate Jet Set Radio. If they bring that back, that's it. I am done. But I'm excited for that. Was there any games that got you curious or excited that also was announced during the Nintendo Direct?
So they started it off with Luigi's Mansion 3. We already knew about that. We know it's going to be playable here on the show floor.
Yes.
Gave me Ghostbuster vibes.
Luigi Mansion always been like that.
I know, but this one in particular, having all the gadgets and a lot of the tools that Luigi and team, the co-op feature now, handing a Joy-Con off to a friend, let them become the ghost or the Slimer version of Luigi and go off into a different part of the mansion and play with you. The announcement of multiplayer co-op, online co-op, I think is pretty huge as well.
Yeah.
Curious to see how that's going to play out. Big concern, are they going to do the same thing that they've been doing recently and they don't allow you to group up with friends?
Well, I hope that's only with Mario Maker 2 and not with Luigi Mansion in other future games, because that would be super disappointing. So it's like, what is the point of paying online the subscription for Nintendo Switch if it's going to be like that? Like, to me, it's a waste of time.
I agree, 100% agree. And I don't think it should be tied down to particular titles. Honestly think Nintendo's making a big mistake by not allowing any online game to have that ability to be able to, just play with your friends. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a large component of gaming, and it should be by default included. I know you were hyped about the Contra collection available today.
Yes. I love Contra, man. Like my favorite is, of course, the first one for the NES. Super Contra has a special place in my heart too. Like I'm down. There's other Contra games that also was available for Sega Genesis that I've never got to play it. So I'm excited by it, man. Because oh wait, so breaking news: we have Paris calling right now. So I know you can't hear it, but if you sit over here, I could pass you your mic. Let me pick up the phone here. Hello.
Yo,
Paris, what's up, man? I'm recording right now with Pete, and you called right now in a perfect time. Perfect time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pass also the headphones to Pete because he could hear the conversation and everything, man. But I should bring your mic. Yeah. So this is live. This is live, folks. This is unedited. This is going on at the moment. What's up?
I almost started cussing. I'm literally in an audit, and you're calling me, and I just walked out.
It's all good, Paris. We were right. Nintendo and Microsoft relations, we said it from the beginning. Something. The minimum was at least Banjo-Kazooie in Smash.
Yeah.
And look, we were right from the from the beginning.
Yeah, we were right.
This is something big, man. Like if we see this character now for the Switch, I don't know what's going on over there. It looked like you're celebrating. But
no, I'm walking, and I started talking to this lady that know I was there. She was like,
it's all good. So I think, Paris, this is a sign that we might see Banjo-Kazooie in the future, man. A brand new game. Now more than ever, with this coming to the Switch and everybody's excited for it, it's trending all over social media, man.
Exactly. It's gonna happen. It's happening. Microsoft. Here's why we didn't hear none at Xbox. Because if you look at what Xbox, other than Halo Infinite, everything they announced is coming by early 2020, right?
Yeah.
They're not talking about anything coming past that. Banjo's coming. It's coming.
It is. I think it'll be perfect for the next generation console. This is perfect.
And it's going to be on Xbox, Windows 10, and Switch. There you go.
Yeah.
Easy.
Another thing. What's up?
No, I'm just saying it just all makes sense. I'm highly confident that's going to happen. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah. Now, we already spoke about this, Paris, but before you got on The Witcher for the Switch, how in the world? How?
Here's your assignment for this week at E3. You're already going to CD Projekt Red to go see Cyberpunk and to do an interview for Cyberpunk. I don't know, look, I won't say the names of PR people we work with, but you talk to them and be like, look, we got to get a conversation about this Witcher 3. Just on a technical standpoint, how are they doing this?
Yeah.
How? Because, the footage they showed was like in-game Switch footage. I'm like, my God, this looks beautiful. How are they doing this?
It looks smooth. Too. Yeah.
Crazy. I really want to know.
And I want to know. And I want to know how they're able to put all three on that chip. Like, are they going to give you 3 different chips, like one for each release, or is it going to be one mess?
What do you mean? What do you mean for each release?
Because it's the complete collection, so you're going to get Blood and Wine.
No, it's all the DLC.
Right, exactly. How are they going to fit that on that one chip?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
How?
No, it's going to be huge. Yeah,
this could be the large, like the biggest file size for a Nintendo Switch game. Period.
It has to be because I mean, Blood and Wine on its own is an entire game on its own.
Yeah.
That expansion. So it has to be.
Paris, was there any surprises for you? Because there was a lot of games that they announced here, man. Like, dude,
I could barely keep. I'm like doing my real job, so I haven't watched it all from start to finish. I just saw the highlights and stuff.
Yeah,
Twitter, so.
They're bringing the Netflix. They're doing the Dark Crystal game. That's coming for the Nintendo Switch, dude. Marvel. Look, all these games that have been announced. Spring 2020 is looking insane. Animal Crossing is coming out. I think March 2020. Is it March, Pete?
March 2020, yes. And then we also got like Mario, Sonic, and Friends at the Olympic Games 2020.
No, oh my God. No, that one is 2019, I believe.
Empire of the Sun, spring 2020.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. It's insane. I just can't keep up with all these games coming out for spring, man. Like, I have never in my life ever seen this many releases during the spring. This is the new holiday. Forget about holiday 2019. Let's talk about spring 2020.
Well, the reality of it is all these publishers are getting rid of jumping on their last gen games in spring 2020 because they're getting ready for next gen. That's why we're seeing all that.
No. And they ended with this, Paris. They're working on a sequel to Breath of the Wild.
I saw that.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah. Not messing around.
Are we surprised about no new hardware announced for the Switch?
Yeah. No, I'm not surprised. There's no need. Why?
They're making money. They're making so much money.
The current one's selling like hotcakes. They're not going to talk about new hardware until sales slow down. So there's no need.
Paris, let me ask you this, man. Were you a fan of Panzer Dragoon?
No, I didn't like. I was never got into it.
Yo, dude, I was shaking, man.
You should have seen him. If you thought his reaction to seeing
Phantasy Star Online 2 was crazy,
Online was bad. No, he's like it was like, you know, that wrestling meme of the guy with the glasses with like the open mouth, like that was him. Like, dude, he literally almost started crying.
Yo, it was. You know what it is, man? Like, I'm happy to see a lot of classic games that I feel like a lot of the new generation of gamers have never had the opportunity to play back in the days when we were young. It's coming back. And I was telling Pete earlier on the podcast, like, I feel like a kid again. You know, like, I feel like, oh, man, all these cool games coming out. Like, I know Mario and all these games comes out every single time, but those hidden gems, especially from Sega, because Sega has some cool games back then, man, that people completely slept on, you know, because maybe they bought the PlayStation, never bought the Saturn, never bought the Sega Dreamcast. So I'm excited for that, man. But there was other games that was announced too. Secret of Mana. There was like a trial. Was it Trials of Mana? What's the name of the collection?
It's
the whole collection of all those Mana games from back in the days.
Yeah, the Trials of Mana. Actually, Collections of Mana.
Collection of Mana
available today. It's going to have all of the Mana games.
Yeah.
Trials of Mana comes out early 2020. New Fire Emblem coming out later this year, July 26th. Resident Evil 5 and 6 coming out later this year. The one that got my eye, we were talking about it, was Daemon X Machina.
That one looks really
coming
good.
out September. And then the other one, which looked really, really good, was Astral Chain. Astral Chain coming out August 30th, 2019.
Yeah. So that game is from Platinum Games, and I know they're working on that and also working on the new Bayonetta game. So that game looks serious. Because people were asking, are they planning to show anything of Bayonetta? I'm like, nah, they're not going to do that. They're going to show the game they've been working on first. Bayonetta comes out later, maybe 2020, 2021. But yeah, overall, I think this was a great Nintendo Direct. A lot of surprises. There was a couple leaks, but I think this was good overall, man. Really, really good. I think as a Nintendo Switch owner, I'm happy. They even showed a lot of Nintendo indie games available there for the console. It's good. Good overall, man. Anything else for you, Pete or Paris? I know Paris is at work, you know.
Yeah, no, I think that's it for me.
Okay. Pete?
No, I think that's it, man. It's just way to start off the
E3.
E3.
Yeah.
Starting off with a bang.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Paris, but thanks for calling, man. Everybody, thank you for listening. We're out.
All right, peace.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.